Hey guys, so I'm on my way to my job interview. I'm setting off about an hour early just to make sure I get there in time. The other thing I'm doing, which is a bit odd, is I've got really tatty shoes on right now. Because my toe is broken, it hurts. It's making wearing heels rather difficult. So I've got my heels in my bag, and I'll put them on when I get there, just before I go into the actual building, and that should make life a little bit more comfortable for me, and I can put my tatty shoes on when the whole thing is over. So I'm feeling pretty good. I think I look alright. It's a receptionist position. I've been a receptionist before. I know the drill, and it's something I enjoy doing. So I'm told it's a personality match. So I just have to convince them that they like me. And if they don't, well, what are you going to do? Something else will come along. I applied for this job yesterday morning. It's one of the ones I did yesterday morning. I got a phone call from the agency at around 2 o'clock in the afternoon, and it was unrelated. It was just to say, yes, we know you're still looking for work. And I said, yes, well, I applied for this job this morning. And she said, oh yes, let me see if I can get you an interview. And here I am on my way to an interview. So it's all good. So I'm gonna go. Wish me luck, and I will tell you how it went later.
Good luck, we all wish you good luck.
Thanks. Hi guys, so the interview is over and I'm just waiting for my bus home. It went well, I think. I certainly think I've got all the skills to do what they would like me to do. And they're a really nice bunch, just really friendly people. Hello. Well, today kind of disappeared without a whole lot happening. I went to my interview in the morning, and as I said, I think that went well, and I should hear back next week. I applied for some more jobs, and I contacted the photographer who took my pictures last week. They've had a really busy week themselves, and I should be getting my photos back from them sort of Tuesday, Wednesday-ish. They've got a big wedding to attend tomorrow, which sounds very exciting. So I've been feeling kind of down today. I can't really say why. It's just been one of those days where I've just felt a bit so I went window shopping, which always cheers me up, and I went to the library, got a couple of books, looked at the Bookseller magazine, which is the magazine that contains the jobs in the writing and the publishing industry, had a flick through some of the sewing guides and that sort of thing. And basically came home and played games on Facebook. That's pretty much been my afternoon, evening. I've finished a couple of audiobooks in the last few days. I was listening to Stormfront by Jim Butcher. I finished that and listened to Living Dead in Dallas by Charlaine Harris, which is the can't remember, book 3 I think in the Siggy Stackhouse series, which was then turned into True Blood by HBO. Now, True Blood, while I'm on the subject of True Blood, that show started out really well, and the books are brilliant. They kind of went in this direction, and you knew where the characters were going, and it was very clear. So the thing about the TV show was that the books went that way and the TV show went that way, and I I got about, I think, 4 or 5 seasons into True Blood, and I just ended up thinking, what are you doing to these characters? You have wonderful source material. Why are you not sticking to the books? The first season sticks pretty closely with the first Sookie Stackhouse novel, which is called Dead Until Dawn. And the big changes sort of start happening in the second season. And I can see why it's necessary, because the Sookie Stackhouse novels are told from the point of view of Sookie. They're in the first person. So you need other scenes to expand on what the other characters are doing, because Sookie isn't there all the time to tell us what's going on in Bonton. But the TV show just went in such a different direction to the way the books went. It's astonishing how different it ends up. So I think there may be a few Game of Thrones fans out there who are going to be in for a bit of a nasty shock. Season 5 of Game of Thrones is being aired sometime soon. I am reliably informed via Facebook. And I reckon some of the fans who have read the books are going to get quite antsy when they see the number of changes that are being made, simply due to it being a televised format. So that's been my day, and I figured that I wouldn't have much to talk about. So I have my computer, and we are going to do the weird questions tag. This is 15 questions. So here goes. Okay, so my name is Louise, and normally this would be shortened to Lou, but neither my parents or myself like the name Lou. It sounds like a toilet, as far as my parents are concerned, and let's be honest, nobody wants to be named after a toilet. So my parents, especially when they are being affectionate, call me Lulabelle. So it's like, instead of shortening my name, they've elongated it. So yeah, that's the nickname that my family uses for me. My weirdest habit is that I sing all the time. There is music in my head constantly. I know people talk about having earworms, and it's something like that, only more so. There is not a moment in my life when there is not some sort of music going on in here, and it's imaginary. I know it's not really there, so it's not like I'm completely cuckoo and actually believe that I'm hearing this, but it's like there's a radio on in my brain the entire time. And sometimes I have no option but to sing along to whatever's in my head, so I wander around the house singing. I did talk about this a bit with my mum when we did the mother-daughter tag, and she does it as well, and my dad does it to some extent, but it is a fairly weird thing to do, to sort of sing all the time, and I don't even realise I'm doing it some of the time. When I was at the call centre, I would be humming on the phone, and I wouldn't realise until my customer said, "Oh, it's nice to hear someone's happy in their work," or they'd ask me to identify what it was that I'm singing. They sort of go, I know that tune, what is it? So at the moment, there is a hymn going through my brain called Be Still, which sort of goes, "Be still for the presence of the Lord, the Holy One is here." And that popped into my head at some point this afternoon. I imagine I overheard the phrase while I was listening to an audiobook or something, and it's got that particular phrase has stuck in my brain and generated this song which I associate with that phrase. So that's stuck in my head at the moment, and I think it's pretty easy to say that that is my weirdest habit. I am terrified of the dentist, completely and utterly petrified. It's really bad. It's to the point where when I need dental work done, I have to go to a specific clinic a few towns away, who do something called conscious sedation, where they inject you in the back of the hand with a drug, and you are unaware of everything that's going on. You can communicate, and the dentist can communicate with you, and say, open your mouth wider or whatever it is, and he can get on and do his thing, but I'm completely unaware of it. I don't remember it. I don't know what happens during. I've no idea what goes on. So last time I had fillings done, and I remember, because you need someone to take you and bring you home again. So I remember my dad took me, and we had a chat in the waiting room, and we were talking about the White Queen, I remember, which had been on the telly, and he made a joke about if we were living in that time period, I would be married by now, to which point I responded that if we were living in that time period, he would be dead. So I remember chatting with him in the waiting room, and I remember chatting with him sort of while I was sitting in the chair. I like to be sitting upright when they administer the medication, because I don't like going back in the chair. The whole situation just completely freaks me out. And then I don't really remember anything until the next day. My dad says I'm very vocal, very communicative when I'm high on whatever the drug is that they give you, but I don't remember it, and that's the way I like it, frankly. So my phobia is the dentist. It's maybe not as weird as I think it is. I think from doing a bit of research online about phobias and how to get over them, it's a fairly common one. But I think a lot of people can just man up and just go and see their regular dentist and not worry about it. But when I go and see my dentist, I need someone with me, and I have been known to fall apart before I even sit down in the chair, which is, it's embarrassing and it's humiliating, and it is something I'm trying to work on. So maybe things will get better, but for now, whenever I need work done, it's going to be under conscious sedation, and the anaesthetist is my best friend. I don't have a particular song I like to blast or belt out when I'm alone, because I sing all the time anyway. So I'm afraid I don't have one. I just sing whatever's in my brain at the time. So could be anything from, as I say, a hymn to Let It Go, or just, it could be anything. When people mispronounce things, bad grammar, especially on the internet, when people say Pacific instead of specific, or they're writing and they write your as Y-O-U-R instead of Y-O-U''RE. It's one of those tiny things that gets on my nerves. It's not worth worrying about, but it does irritate me. And I've got this urge to correct it when I see it, and then I think, no, maybe that person has dyslexia or something, which means that, it's not their fault that they've misspelled the word or used this term incorrectly, but it does get on my nerves. I'm a nail biter. I'm not so bad now. I mean, you probably can't tell, actually. I used to bite my nails really badly. They're growing back, You see? I snapped one off. It's really irritating. They're actually quite nice at the moment. But I have been known to bite my nails in the past. I do it when I'm nervous. I also grind my teeth. I grind my teeth and I clench my jaw. And again, I don't know that I'm doing it. So, referring back to the dentist, that's again caused me problems because I grind my teeth when I'm asleep. And clenching, when I'm anxious, I feel myself clenching my jaw, and I have to consciously sort of go, relax, don't clench your jaw, don't grind your teeth, it's only going to cause trouble later. Yeah, so that's my nervous habit, probably, is clenching and grinding my teeth. I sleep in the middle. This is Mr. Tandycup. Here's my teddy bear. I've got no idea why he's called Mr. Tandycup. But he is a jointed teddy bear, so his arms and his legs move. My mum made him shorts for a teddy bear's picnic when I would have been about 5, 6, maybe. I'm sure mum can confirm. But he also had a very snazzy waistcoat, which has since been lost, and he used to have a red ribbon as well. He's quite a sombre bear. I'm sure you'll agree. He's kind of got a frowny face, but I love him. He was, as I say, he was given to me when I was born. So he is 30 years old now. He has been with me at my parents', he has been with me through university, and I think he's going to stay with me. I hope he's going to stay with me for my lifetime. It sounds like a weird thing, but it is a sentimental connection. He used to growl. He's one of these bears where you tip him and there's like a vocal box in him that makes a growly noise, but I don't know if he's clogged up or what's happened, but he doesn't really growl anymore. Doesn't make any noise. I must get into a bear hospital and see if someone can sort that out for him, so see if he can get his voice back. I don't ever recall actually going to a Starbucks. That probably sounds really weird. I must have been at some point. So let's assume that we'll substitute Starbucks for Costa Coffee because I've definitely been there. And I will always order tea. I'm not a coffee drinker. I don't like the taste. I think the smell is amazing, but I don't like the taste of coffee, and therefore I don't drink it. I also get a sort of perverse satisfaction out of ordering tea in a coffee shop. So yeah, tea, always tea. Milk, no sugar. Thank you very much. I'll always start off facing the shower head. Then I will turn round and I will wash my hair and do my conditioner and everything. And then I will finish off facing the shower head again. So I revolve when I'm in the shower. Not a one. Milk chocolate. Who doesn't love milk chocolate? And we know it's bad for us, but yeah, we'll eat it. I don't know that I have one. Isn't that boring? I must have something, but I can't actually think of one right now. Okay, so those of you who watch my videos, you can tell me if I say something frequently, because I can't think of anything right now. how appropriate. I'm in bed right now. Well, more accurate, I'm on top of the bed, but I am ready for bed. These are my pyjamas. So, yeah, they are purple. You probably can't tell in this light, but they're purple. And they have pink roses on. And they're very nice. I always tend to wear something in bed, even in the height of summer. So I always have a pair of pyjamas on or a nightie. I do like those long white Victorian style nighties. I'm a bit of a hopeless romantic. But yeah, I'll never go to bed without a stitch on. So that's all the questions, and that's me done for the night. So tomorrow I'm off to Hammersmith for a casting session for a new film that will be set in the 1940s. So I'm going to do my hair in a sort of 1940s style with an accessory that I found recently. This is called a Heidi roll by Scrunchy, and I'll let you know how I get on with this, because who knows if it does what it says on the packet. We shall have to wait and see. So that's me done for now. Good night, and I'll see you tomorrow.